IAmElemental was born out of a question, and the question was, why does Spider-Man appeal to a boy of 4 and a man of 40, but there's no female equivalent? I went to a lecture at my son's school, and it was a brain expert named Joanne Deek. And one of the things that she said was, girls and boys are as different from the neck up as they are from the neck down. And that night, as I went to sleep with my husband, I said, what would I have to do to an action figure to make it appeal to the female brain? And I woke up the next morning and I said, I have the answer. It's not superheroes, it's superpowers. And I wrote down creativity, courage, wisdom, all sorts of powers that day. My husband came home from work that night and I made him buy 30 domain names.
We should emphasize, you were not in the toy business at the time.
Not at all. I call myself an accidental toy inventor. This was not anything that I was involved in or planned on. We were going to take this idea, crowdfund it, and prove that there was a market for this product, never imagining that we'd have the success that we did. The first thing was to create a figure that had what we call a healthier breast to hip ratio. Less Hooters, more heroin was one of our taglines. What ended up happening is we opened up our product to everyone. So we say we're girl-targeted, boy-inclusive, and I argue, as the mom of 2 boys, that it's just as important to put a strong, healthy female action figure in the hands of a boy as it is a girl. And so one of my favorite stories about this is that I had a mom with boys 7 and 9 years old, and she gave them IAmElemental action figures. They integrated them into their typical play pattern. But she came up to me one day very excited, and she said to me, Julie, I was walking past the living room, and the boys were playing with their action figures, and I heard my son say, here she comes to save you. She's coming to save the day. And she said, it suddenly occurred to me that I had never, ever heard him use she before as the one who was doing the saving. And so these are the moments, David, that reinforce everything that we're trying to accomplish.
You said you have many taglines. One of the taglines is real heroes walk among us. And I think anyone who steps so far out of their comfort zone from what you were doing before creating IAmElemental to really empower boys and girls to fight the toy industry at times, but also be a critical part of it to win the kind of awards you have, I think that's a real hero who walks among us. So Julie, thanks for sitting down with me.
Thank you so much, David.